Alright, welcome back to another episode of Dave Makes Food. Today I'll be making a tried and true pasta recipe, but doing some experimenting at the same time. We're going to use the very well-known Chinese marinating technique called velveting, and try applying it to the chicken for this pasta dish. Slice 2 chicken breasts into pieces about a ½ inch wide. This recipe is going to be for 4 portions. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 ounces of white wine, salt and pepper, and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Mix well and set aside for at least 30 minutes. While that gets working, we're going to finally dice 1 small white onion. And I'm going to show you what I think is the best and most efficient way to dice an onion. I really haven't seen any other people use this technique, but I think it's superior to cutting the horizontal and vertical lines. We're going to make all our slits towards the center of the onion, so all pieces in every layer are the exact same dimensions. Then when you get to the last slice, just cut around the core and you'll have no waste. Then mince 8 cloves of garlic. I like to use about 2 per serving as a general rule. Alright, on to cooking. Add 4 tablespoons of olive oil to a pan over medium-high heat, and then add your marinated chicken. Spread them out and separate them. When the side starts to brown, they're ready to flip. We don't need a hard sear. Repeat for both sides, then remove from the pan. Add in your beautifully diced onion, and we're going to cook these just until they're translucent, before adding in our minced garlic. Cook for a couple minutes until fragrant. Then add in 6 ounces of dry white wine to deglaze the pan. Reduce by about half volume. Then add in 1 cup of chicken stock. This is also the time I will start boiling my penne. This is 240 grams. 60 grams is a good single portion size. Once the stock starts to boil, we can add in some tomato pesto. This bottle is like $4 at the grocery store and it's delicious and convenient. We'll also add in 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning and 4 tablespoons of heavy cream. This is light on the cream, feel free to add double. Combine everything and simmer it for 5 minutes. Then we're going to transfer it to something we can use an immersion blender in. Then we're awkwardly going to retransfer into something we can use an immersion blender in and is the proper size to do so. Then blend until completely smooth and emulsified. Then we'll add it right back to our pan and set the temperature to medium-high. Add in our penne, that's about 75% cooked, as well as our chicken, and ½ cup of pasta water. Mix it up and we'll cook everything for about 3 minutes. Once the sauce is nice and thick, we can add in our spinach. This is a ½ pound, and it looks like way too much, but it really wilts down. The spinach will only take about 2 minutes to cook. Time for a taste test. Garnish with your finest Parmesan cheese, and top it with your mediocre looking basil. And that's how you make my chicken penne with a tomato pesto cream sauce. The pasta was obviously rich and delicious, but what I was really interested in trying was the chicken. We applied the velveting technique using olive oil, white wine, and cornstarch. And it might be a little difficult to see, but it worked just as well as when I used sesame oil and rice wine in stir-fry dishes. The texture of the meat changes as if it was brined overnight and has an incredible juiciness as well as tenderness. I'm definitely going to apply this technique to pasta dishes like this one going forward. As for the overall dish, the noodles, chicken, and spinach are all coated in a thick and rich creamy tomato sauce. The sauce is packed with flavors of onion, garlic, white wine, Italian herbs, and it has a light and fluffy texture since we emulsified it using the immersion blender. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please click like and consider subscribing to my channel. It would really help me out. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for another recipe.